Canvey Island manager Danny Heale following today's 3-3 draw against Burgess Hill Town. Danny, why did you start with that?
To be honest, I thought we was really good. Apart from we had a 10-minute wobble where we've conceded 3 goals. The first goal we conceded is a cross where the wind's got hold of it and it's gone over Connor and gone in. But the 2 goals following that in the space of I think 8 minutes was not very good at all. But listen, they got rollicking at half time, and second half I thought was really good on the front foot. Worked really hard and got our rewards from it. If the game goes on another 5 minutes, we nick it. But I thought for 30 minutes we played some really good football, created some really good chances, and was unlucky not to get in front. And they didn't like scoring at all. And then we've had a 10-minute wobble where obviously the first goal's gone in and they've nicked another 2. And how we've come in 3-0 down at half time, I do not know. But we don't do nothing easy over here this season. So, but I thought the second half I thought was brilliant.
So we did start well, played some good football again like last week, but then as you said we had that 10-minute wobble. What do you blame for that wobble?
Probably for what's gone on throughout the season. I think we're just the slightest mistake we get punished by it, and I think that showed it happened again today. But we showed great character at half time. People 3-0 down, a few of the supporters getting a bit of the ump, but that's fair to them to do that. They pay their money to get in, and they've got a right to moan. But no one can moan about the second half performance. We set our own atmosphere in here today, and but like I say, for 10 minutes we were really poor, but for probably 80 minutes of the game we was really good. So listen, for 3-0 down, you ask anyone to come back and get a draw and maybe should have nicked it at the end there, you'd be happy with that. But it was just a 10-minute wobble, which we've happened too much this season for us.
What did you say to them at half time? What you can obviously tell us, because I'm sure
I can say it on camera, but no, listen, they knew it weren't good enough, and it was a tough one for me really, because me, Joe and Brad was walking in at half time across the pitch and saying, you can't really have a go at them too much because we was really good for 30 minutes, and then we just had that 10-minute wobble from 30 minutes to 40 minutes where they've scored, and we got punished for it. But then for the first half hour, I thought we was excellent, and then. But I'm pleased for him for the second half performance. I thought we was outstanding second half on the front foot, worked hard, and it made it into an entertaining match. But I think we were a bit unlucky not to nick it at the end, if I'm honest.
So at 3-1 down, you brought on Martin Tui. Do you think his attacking threat changed the game a lot as well? Yeah,
listen, Martin's a goal scorer, and obviously Martin went away on a stag do last weekend, and we've gone away from home 1-1-0 and kept a clean sheet. So it's hard to change the side, but. We knew that we'd give him half hour. Obviously, going 3-0 down, we put him on a little bit earlier. But I think Cliff Ackerang had a lot to do with us getting back into the game. I thought he was outstanding as well. I thought everything stuck to him. Great aerially flicking things on for people, and that's where the majority of the goals come from. Second half through Cliff, and Martin's got a great header. Harrison Chatting's obviously got a bit lucky with a deflection, but he deserved that. And then obviously. I can't remember who got the first goal. Who got the first goal?
It was Cliff.
Oh, Cliff got a penalty, and obviously the penalty, do you know what I mean? So Cliff's had a part in all 3 goals, and too much has gone on today for me to remember. But no, listen, apart from 10 minutes when we've let 3 goals in, which has happened far too often this season, and obviously we'll address it in the summer. We're not stupid. We know we can't carry on the way we've gone, but it's been like we're sitting in mid-table, and obviously this season was about getting ourselves back together after what happened last season, and at one point we've had an up and down season, haven't done very well with the Cups, went on a 7-game winning streak, obviously went top at the end of October for a couple of weeks, and then obviously injuries have hurt us and that, but well, listen, we've tried to keep our spirits up, we've tried to keep going. Obviously I'm going to get slaughtered for mentioning it again, but obviously we've got the new clubhouse on the horizon, and hopefully it's a fresh start for everyone. And listen, we know we've got to make change in the summer. We've conceded far too many goals, and we will do that. And but say, while I'm on camera, I would like to say to the supporters, thanks for sticking by us all season and that, and hopefully we can finish off next season with a win and obviously climb a couple of places up. And we want to try and come in just at or 10th or 11th really. I think we can finish now, so hopefully it goes our way next weekend and we can have a good summer, regroup and get a few new players in and make sure we're ready to go again next season.
Just a word on Jake Pitty, got Supporters Player of the Year. How impressive has he been this year for a player who started the season more as a squad player? How impressed have you been with him?
Yeah, no, he's a great lad. He's come through from Chelmsford Academy and that. We put him on a contract early doors and we know he's got great potential, and he's played a lot more games than I thought we probably would have done this season, and fair play to him. Obviously a bit unlucky the other week, he's run into the balls and done his ankle ligaments quite badly, so he's going to miss the rest of the season, but no, he deserves that. And obviously I think everyone thought Martin Tui probably would have won it, for his goals, but it's nice for him to get it. He's a young lad. He's learning his trade still, and he's a good lad in the change room as well. He listens to what we're trying to tell him, so he'll have a big future for this football club.
So that's almost it. One more left. Are you looking forward to a break?
Yeah, to be honest with you, if you ask any manager in football, it's worse in the summer because you're obviously hunting, trying to keep the players you want and trying to go and meet other players and that, and then people don't answer the phone to you, and then you have to end up stalking people. And so we'll have a good week, 10 days off and do nothing, and then because people don't want to commit too early, and then obviously the hard work starts, and we'll be playing in pre-season and getting the pre-season fixtures in place, and we'll be ready to go.
Nice one. Thank you, Danny.
Thanks, mate.
Wonderful.